Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Get Physical. I'm Bobby here with Angelique, and today we are going to talk about the psychological aspects to fitness. It sounds like it might not be fun, but honestly it might be the most important part of fitness and exercise and living a healthy lifestyle. So Angelique, when we start talking about the brain, and we're not psychologists, we're not experts on the brain, but when we start talking about the brain with fitness, what do we look at? I mean, it's tough to get fit. Is the mental side harder than the physical side?
I think that's where it all begins, is about strengthening your mind. When you make a decision that you want to get fit, that comes from your mind, and as long as you start strengthening that and being firm in what you want, that's gonna really set the pace for what you're gonna do with your body. You know, your mind will lead your body.
Well, let's talk about your mind leading your body, because if you're in the right mindset, it's gonna be a lot easier, like you mentioned.
Absolutely.
It will set the pace.
Yeah.
If you are not in the right mindset, how do you get there? I mean, how do you just change your mind to all of a sudden say, okay, now I'm ready to get fit?
I think it comes down to desire. How badly do you want to get fit? How badly do you want to change? And it's not something that the next person next to you is going to tell you that this is like the right way of doing it. It has to kind of come from within you, and like when you make that decision, you have to stand firm in it, and then you'll be ready, and like you'll know when you're ready to do that.
Now this happened to you. I mean, you started doing fitness competitions, you made that decision.
Yes.
And made a big change.
Yes.
What was the biggest key for you? Because when I look at it and I look at me trying to make a change, or anybody at home trying to make a change, it's tough getting over the hill.
Absolutely. I think it comes down to whatever your goal is, whether you're trying to get through law school, you're trying to compete in a fitness contest, you're trying to write a book, whatever your goal is, you're gonna have to go into it knowing there's gonna be a lot of sacrifice, there's gonna be challenges, there's gonna be a lot of discipline. So it's kind of like going into it with that warrior mindset of like, I'm ready to do this no matter what. There's gonna be hard days, and you have to kind of like manage your expectations.
I'm a little scared that you said warrior mindset.
Yeah, warrior.
You know, kick my ass or something?
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know, you do have guns. All right, well, let's talk about the warrior mindset, because one thing that I look at when I look at fitness, and a lot of people deal with this, and I know there's a lot of people at home who talk about this and struggle with this, is not seeing results. You're working hard for a few weeks, the scale doesn't move, your clothes don't fit any better, whatever it is, you're not seeing results. And you still just, what, have to push through it, I guess. You have to
definitely push through it. I recommend people keep a journal of like how they're feeling, what they're eating, what they're working out, so they can kind of have something to go back on and see why they're not getting the results that they want. But you can't give up after a week if you're not seeing the scale move, if you're not seeing things happen. It definitely takes time, because it takes time to put weight on. It's gonna take time to take it off too.
And you're right, it's a question of, you say you can't give up after a week. I think it's a question of how bad do you want it to begin with.
Yeah.
And if you want it really bad, you're gonna put in a few months to see where you get. You're gonna put in a long time, or you're gonna put in a year to make a change that's truly gonna benefit your life.
Absolutely.
If you're ready to give up after a week, maybe you weren't ready to do this yet. Maybe you didn't want it for the right reasons.
Exactly, and that's what it comes down to. It takes people a few times sometimes to like realize that this is like what they want, and it may take them even years. Maybe they drop one size a year. That's kind of what my case was. I dropped one size a year, and then until I finally lost a total of 5 dress sizes after, and then I ended up doing a contest. But it wasn't a 1, 2, 3. It was not a 90-day process the way that TV makes it look like it's gonna happen so quickly. So I guess it's like knowing that when all the pieces of the puzzle are together and you have that desire and that warrior mindset to back it up, that you're gonna be able to power through it and be patient with the process as well and love yourself through it.
Now let's pivot a little bit and talk about something you mentioned earlier, the journaling, the writing stuff down. How does that help the psychological side? If you write down your workouts, your nutrition, whatever it is it good to document it so you have maybe a look back at what you've been doing and you can adjust if necessary? How does that help you?
Yeah, definitely. I think it's like journaling for me in general has helped me, you know, go through so many, I guess, you know, document struggles and things I face. Helps me celebrate the strengths that I have. Anytime I've been able to, you know, oh, I lost whatever, an inch, or I was able to conquer that goal. And I go back and I read it and I'm like, look how far I've come. And then it also helps you get it out on paper. So we store a lot of emotions inside of us, and the second you're able to either type it out or write it out or whatever your process is and just share it with yourself, that's really an important part of the process. And releasing that, and it's gonna help you move forward and be an even better version of yourself. So a lot of times people too, they depend on their friends to work out, and they'll sign up to a gym together, and maybe after 2 weeks, one of the persons kind of just derails. It's never happened to you?
No, that was me. We signed up for a gym together and I was the one who derailed.
Yeah, that was it. So you can't depend on that. Like, you can't depend on your friend when you're making that choice. You have to depend on yourself. If they're there for you, it's great, but you have to kind of go into it knowing that there's going to be days where if you have a workout partner, they're not going to go to it, but you can't let yourself get derailed because of their lack of dedication or motivation. So,
or you maybe pick new friends. I don't mean to be like
you
mean
can.
about it.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah,
pick workout friends.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. Maybe you have a new set of workout friends that you have, and maybe you just like realize that you want to spend time with your friends outside of the gym, doing whatever other social activity. But definitely, it's a personal process, and if you find the right workout partner, you guys can push each other through it. You guys both want it as badly as the other one, then that's like a match made in heaven when you have that happen.
Is that better from a psychological side to find workout friends, to find friends you like being physically active with? I mean, that's gonna make you more likely to continue.
I think it's gonna push you, definitely at points it's gonna push you. Maybe you find other ways of doing it as well. Maybe you go to different studios, take different classes, or you find other activities, different pockets of friends. Find a meetup group, that's always really helpful too. So if you're definitely motivated by group fitness, it's just about seeking out the places where you're gonna be motivated by a group of people. So, and putting that into your plan, getting that into your mindset that, hey, guess what? I'm a person that needs to be around people when I work out. So knowing that, I'm gonna go ahead and make those decisions and plan for that.
I love it. Good stuff, guys. That's it on Let's Get Physical this week. For Angelique, I'm Bobby. Remember, you can follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. We're all over the place. And if you have any questions or comments, below YouTube, you can comment, you can ask us questions here. We would love to talk to you guys. If you want to see something special on an extra show, another show, whatever it is. That's it this week, guys. Thanks for watching. Let's Get Physical.
Bye.